Merry Christmas everyone, and welcome to another video. I decided today that I would do a tour of my Lego collection. Unfortunately, like a lot of people on YouTube, I don't have a specific room for it, so it's going to turn into a little bit of a tour of the house. Hopefully one day I can potentially have one. Anyway, without any further ado, let's make a start. As you can see here, this is the most recent free gift that Lego gave with the Charles Dickens Christmas Carol. This is a really cool thing. I can't really do it with my hand there, but that opens out as well, and there's a little drawer in there. Not got anything in there at the moment. Half built diner on the floor at the moment. I'm just working through. Unfortunately, I made a stupid mistake on that one and just didn't build it straight from the set. I bought several sets over time for my store, Bricklink store. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to try and build a diner, and then like an idiot, I just started taking the pieces from my store and then thought, okay, I'll get the ones that I'm missing back in, which was a lot harder than it sounds. So it would have been much easier just to have just bought a brand new set and just built it from that instead of just doing it from my store. You'll see a little bit more when we look in the room later of like what I've got remaining. Okay, moving on from there, we go here. We've got the Sesame Street set. It's actually a really cool set as well. Really like this one. I wasn't sure whether I was going to have it in my collection or not, or put it into the store. But then I thought it seems one of those that probably won't make it to main retailers. It'll just be on the Lego store, and then it'll get discontinued at some point. And I'll probably regret not getting it. So yeah, so here we have it. We've got the Sesame Street there. And moving up onto our bookcase, some of my favourite sets. I like the modular building, so here we've got Assembly Square, and then just panning around we have the bookshop. So moving on into the other room, just here, luckily I managed to find a spot for this. It's a pretty big one, the Lamborghini there. A really tough build, really tricky. I always find they're so intricate, so good, but they're just so fiddly to build, and I'm not convinced I've built it correctly either. The doors don't quite open as easily as I think they should. The bonnet lifts up fine and stuff, but yeah, I don't think I've quite done it correctly, but it looks good on the side, and I don't really do anything else with it, so it's fine. Maybe one day I'll see if I can take the doors apart again and see if they'll lift up better, but no, it's okay for now. Okay, so that's that there. Then if we pan around further, let's go over here. I'm not sure which set number this is, but this is one of the Star Wars sets. I'm not really a big Star Wars fan, but I just thought I'd have that one there. One of my favourite ones again. This is just awesome. Just the way that the TV moves as well. I just could play with this all day, to be honest. I might even try and do different scenes one day when I get a bit more time. As you can see, I had to buy 2 sets so I could get 2 controllers, and then just sold the rest on my store. And then, for anyone that's not seen this yet, it's really cool inside as well. You got the Super Mario game there. Fits in. Really clever piece. Moving on, got a SpiderMan set. Again, not sure what number this is. This is just one of the ones where I bought a bulk lot of sets, and I was going through a phase where if I bought multiple sets for the store, I'd keep one aside for me and the rest would just be sold. And then moving on here, another tricky build. Does this open? Yeah. So the Land Rover. This is a really neat piece as well. I'm really getting into the cars and stuff. Obviously it's quite expensive, each one of these, so it'll take a while to build up that connection further. So I think, looking around, that's everything that I've got downstairs, so bear with me while we head on upstairs. Forgive the state of the carpet and stuff, but it is what it is. Okay, at the top here, let's just go into landscape mode to give you a better view. We've got the X01. Now, this one, I really enjoyed building this. This is one of my most favourite builds. It's complicated again, but it's simple. By that I mean it's not very fiddly, stuff, it goes together quite easily, but the attention to detail and stuff around it is just immense. Unfortunately, I don't have the first X01 that came out, what, probably 10 years ago, maybe longer. but I'll mention that a little bit more in a bit. Okay, moving on. Okay, so this room's a real mess. It's just like a storage room for certain things that I have. So just around here, got the free teal brick that came with, I think I got that with the Ecto one that I bought. And then I've got various things around, some that I'm not convinced I'm going to be doing anything with. So you've got the one here that's Frozen 2. Again, I bought a bunch of those, put them on my store, kept one for myself. And then on top of the bookcase up here, you've got one friend set there, another free thing that came from Lego, and then another friend set. So as I said, these ones, I don't know. I'm not really into Frozen from a Lego perspective. Movies are okay. Same with the Friends stuff. I'm not really a fan of Friends, so I'll see. I may just end up putting them on my store sometime, or if I ever eventually get a proper dedicated room for Lego and stuff, maybe I'll move on to the Friends sets. I honestly don't know, because there's a lot of modular buildings still to get. There's still a lot of big sets that take up room, so I'm not really sure I'm going to have the space for them. So if you just pan around here for the one final thing that's in this room, because it's the only place that it fits at the moment, is the reissued Taj Mahal. I used to have the original one, but I sold it a few years ago, just to get some money in and things, because I'll talk about that a little bit when I go into the main room as well. But yeah, I honestly don't think there's any difference between this one and the original one, apart from the instruction booklet. The instruction booklet for this one was just one booklet, and I think, if memory serves, the first one that's not a reissue had multiple instructions. I'm sure people will correct me if I'm wrong there, but I think, as I said from memory, looking at this, building this one, I really don't see where there's any difference. Okay, so if we go into my main room, which is my store and also has personal collection also, there's a few things in here. So if we start on here, got a Batman 1989 Batmobile. This is really cool as well, the way that moves open and closes. I'm not going to mess with it anyway, but unfortunately, as you can see, it does get quite dusty, so I need to dust this as well. But yeah, Batmobile 1989, really cool. Minifigures come with it. Obviously the Batman, the Joker. And forgive me, I've lost who the other one is off the top of my head. Okay, so if we pan around a little bit more onto the wall, we've got my Mosaic Sets. So as you can see, I've got, I was going to say a full set, but that's a lie. I've not got a full set. I've got a full set of the basic Star Wars, full set of the basic Marilyn Monroe ones. Obviously there's another Star Wars one, which is 3 of them combined to make a big one. Lego were very clever with what they decided to do here, because obviously to buy all these, they all add up. And I also heard a rumour that I believe in the new year they're doing 2 new themes. I think it's Mickey Mouse, Mickey and Minnie Mouse. I can't remember the second one. Again, if anyone knows, just put it in the comments. So yeah, Marilyn Monroe, there's 4, which is just 3 like this one, and then just 1 more the same size. I believe there's only 3 Iron Man, so I'm only short 1 of that. And then the Beatles set, there's also 4 of those, obviously 1 for each Beatle. So that, and then if I just quickly pan around here and then come back, as you can see there quickly, that's just my store. I've got the Friends Central Perk set, which is also quite a cool, nice set as well. Again, it's got a bit dusty now, so I think I need to sort of clean it, sort of thing. So that's all the completed sets. Now, if I stand back a bit, you can sort of see these are the sets that I've started building. Not got very far, as you can see. I'll talk about them a little bit more in a second. But if I go down here as well, these are the remaining parts that I have for the diner to finish that build. It's really a nuisance. There's a couple of parts that I'm short. I was in the end going to just go buy another diner and just complete it, but lockdown or tier 4, tier 3, whatever you want to call it, put paid to that. As Lego don't have them in stock anymore, and everywhere else is out of stock of diner, so I'm just going to have to get a few pieces from somewhere. Okay, so if I go back to the landscape here, all these along here are all sets that I used to own. They're all the modular sets. There are some that I've got, can you see in here? I've got started to get the base plates for in here as well, and a few things to make, but I think having about 8 in progress is enough as it is. And then you can see there's some of the Star Wars one that I started as well. So yeah, I used to have all those, again 5 years ago, not sure how long. I won't go into the detail of why I sold them, but I sold them all. I don't really regret it right now. I miss having them, and it's a pain that you can't then just go out and rebuy them, well, without spending a stupid amount of money, of course, because they're being retired from Lego. But yeah, so these are the ones I'm starting, so a little bit more of the diner here as well. Oh shit, excuse me, forgive the language. Yeah, that one, a bit more of the Lego diner that's ongoing, but yeah, hopefully I'll have finished that beginning of next year sometime, not too much longer. Then we've got the Palace Cinema. Yeah, I really do need to dust in here now. The Ghostbusters Firehouse. That's a really nice one. It's going to take me a while to build that one and find the pieces for that. Tower Bridge. Which one's this one? Our Parisian restaurant that I've made a start on. Is this a detectives agency or the pet store? It's a pet store, or it could be both. Yeah, definitely the pet store anyway. Ah yeah, so that's the pet store, the detective agency. I realised, I thought I had all the base plates I needed for all these now, but I realised I was missing a base plate for this. And unfortunately this one, the reddish brown 32 by 32 base plate, only comes in this set. So I've had to order one of those. It is a bit painful having to pay the price that these things cost, but it is what it is. I had to buy one of them. Then I've got the Grand Emporium, and I believe the Brick Bank. As you can see, I've not started the Brick Bank yet, and I've just put a few things on the Grand Emporium. I've probably, in my store, got a few more pieces that I can make on these, which I'll do over maybe Boxing Day or so, and then I'll start figuring out what I'm short on the cinema again, because as you can see, that's what I'm concentrating on a little bit more at the moment. Got a little bit further along. Thankfully, I managed to buy enough diners to get these stars without having to buy from someone else on Bricklink. Yeah, because I don't think there's any existing sets out there that have those in now that aren't retired. So yeah, happy with that. I'm guessing that's probably a lamppost that should go there. I'm not sure at the moment without checking. And I'm pretty sure I've got those in stock anyway, so I'll be able to get that out at some point. So yeah, for now, that's my personal collection as it stands. I guess we could have a quick look at, and then I can't really get it in shot too much, but if I just pan around here, you can just see where I've got the stock for my Bricklink store as well. Yeah, forgive the glare from the window there. Yeah, nothing more to add really. This is more probably for myself as a video sort of dialogue, so I can just check my progress later on. I'm not really expecting too many people to see this, but if you do, thanks for viewing, and bye for now.